Hello and welcome, and today we're going to be making the third and fourth part of our phone stand on Onshape. Now this is for the R040 2026-27 OCR Engineering Design coursework. So if you watched the last video, you will know that we've made the first two pieces, which are two very similar components that slot in and are designed to support a phone. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to design the part that these two pieces slot into and ultimately pivot around. So what you can do is open a new part studio. So create new part studio. And now we're going to start sketching on the top plane. So I'm going to click on the top plane, click N, and that's going to orient me to it. And then, like in the last video, I'm just going to start by sketching a shape on that top plane. And this is going to be a simple rectangle. This rectangle is going to be 12 mil tall, and it's going to be 21 mil across. So you might need to zoom in for that if you're drawing it a bit big. So 12 and 21. And all we're going to do now is we are going to put a 3 mil fillet on the corners on one side and a 6 mil fillet on the corners of the other. So we grab our fillet tool there, our sketch fillet, we click on two corners on the left hand side, and because we did a 3 mil fillet in the last video, it defaults to that for me. It might not. If it doesn't, you're just going to have to double click there and type in 3 mil, click enter, and it's going to set those for you. Going back into the sketch fillet or remaining on it if you've still got it, you're going to click on the other two corners, but instead of 3, you're going to double click it and you're going to put 6. Now, because this has a height of 12, we put a 6 mil fillet on those corners, it's going to turn into a perfect semicircle. And the last thing we're going to do is we need to put a circle in here, and this is going to be where our dowel is going to sit. So if I get a circle tool, hover over this point and just move my cursor, and you will see there's a yellow dotted line there, and it should snap to the center of the radius from which these two fillets were drawn. You see you've got that point there. I can snap to that, and I'm going to draw out a circle, and that circle has a radius, again, of 6. A diameter of 6, sorry. Right, okay. Now we've done that, we can extrude it. So it's got a total height of 15, sorry. So I'm going to just extrude. It should pull the hole up. Type 15 in, and you are probably about 80% of the way to finishing this piece already. The only thing that we need to put in there is a slot. Now this is a slot where this flange is going to go. So what you can do is we're going to jump into here. Oh, and draw a rectangle. Now you're going to draw a rectangle on this flat face. So you'll notice on one side you've got no flat face, it's one constant curve. On this side you have got a flat face, and you're going to draw a rectangle on this plane or this surface. So sketch rectangle, and you're going to start somewhere in the middle, and you're going to have it end on this line to the left hand side, and it should go orange, and you should enable that to snap. Okay, this line is going to be 10 mil high, or this rectangle is going to be 10 mil high. So just grab my dimension tool and put 10 mil. It's going to be 3 mil wide. That means it's going to go exactly to halfway. I've got a 6 mil gap here, 6 mil surface here, so 3 mil is going to set it to halfway. And now because I put it on the left-hand side of my shape, or towards the left-hand side, I'm going to want to make the distance between the bottom of the slot and the bottom of my piece 2 mil. And that should set the top to 3 mil, which I don't really have to put in, but it's nice just to check. Cool. And now we've done that, we're going to extrude, we're going to remove, and we're going to remove that by 11, which by 10, sorry. So 10. And there you have it. That is it for this piece. You might notice that there's one piece where the slot's on the other side in the drawing. all we're doing is using the exact same piece and we're going to flip it over. So we can do that in the assembly, which will be the third and final video of this tutorial. But for now, we don't have to make another one. We can just import this twice into the assembly. But what we do need to do, and I can either do it on this page, I'm going to do it on this Part Studio because it's quite empty at the minute. You can make a new Part Studio if you want, but I'm going to just draw the one remaining part that I need to, and that is the dowel that is going to go through this. This is going to be the thing that the flanges rotate around. Okay, so again, I'm going to sketch on my top face, and as long as I do it so it's not touching this piece, it's going to come out as a separate component and it's going to function in the exact same way when we put it into the assembly. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to sketch, click on my top plane. I'm going to draw a circle. That circle is going to have a diameter of 6, so it can nicely fit in that hole, and it's going to have a total height of 2 of these, which is 30, sorry. So I'm just going to extrude that. It's going to be 30. Click enter, and that is it. You have now got everything you need thrown into an assembly to make this product. So I'm going to leave it there. For your actual coursework, which you're probably not touching quite yet, you're going to want a photo diary of how to do all this. Dead easy way is to make the whole thing first. If you just grab this bar here, send it to the top. If I just put it under sketch 1, it just shows sketch 1. Or even better, if I double click on sketch 1, it shows all the dimensions I've used and nothing else. If I double click on extrude, it actually shows me extruding it. Not only that, it shows me this box, which I can screenshot, and that shows that I'm putting it to the right height. We could do this as we go, but you're probably more concerned with actually making the thing without getting the screenshots in the first time you do it. So it's dead easy. Once you've got it all made, just to double click on each step, grab a screenshot of that, and just paste that into your folder. Right, okay, we're going to leave it there for today. Hopefully that's come out all right. If not, drop a comment and I'll try and address anything where any areas we're having trouble. But thank you for watching, guys. If you're not watched the last video, go and grab that now. And in the final video of this tutorial series, we're going to be putting this into an assembly and assigning mates and constraints. So thank you. I'll see you then.